Okay, so we're going to work with the heart space again today, the hrid. So just start by sitting nice and tall, just a comfortable sitting position, whatever that is for you. Eyes closed, bringing your attention to the breath, and just be aware of the spinal column. So remember, the purpose of yoga is to still the fluctuations of the mind. The purpose of the postures, the asanas, is to get to the point where we can sit upright. So that the spinal column, which is the gateway to all the energy centres, can stay nice and upright properly and receive energy in and out. So we're going to start with pranayama, which is unusual for me, but it's fine to teach it this way around. So I'm just going to work with alternate nostril. So I want you to bring the right hand up to the face, breathe into both nostrils, block the right and breathe down the left. Good, breathe into the left, count the breath in. And then breathe down the right for the same count. And keep going, so just keep the count even. Good, release the hand. I'm going to bring the hands into Hridaya Mudra, which activates the heart space. So you take your index finger and pop it into the fleshy part of the thumb. So the index finger is governed by the element of air, which is what the heart space is governed by. When you bring it to the thumb, it's activated because the thumb is fire. And then we bring the next two fingers to the tip of the thumb. So that's space and earth. So space is the middle finger. And then you just let the water finger, so the little finger, run free. So just bringing your attention to the chest. So we've activated the air element at the heart space and given it the increased fire. But we've also activated space, so the point above the head, and earth, the point below us. So we're connected into that line. So you've got the dot above the head, you've got the dot in the heart space, and you've got the dot in the core of Mother Earth, all in this particular hand gesture, so mudra. Just visualize that line going straight through the body and the anchor points at the head, heart, and the centre of the earth. So I just chose a yukti verse to go with today's class from the Vijnana Tantra. The heart of the universe pulses in all hearts. There is one who is the life in all forms. There is one who is joyful in simply existing in all bodies, as all bodies. Explore the life that is the life of your present form, and one day you will discover it is not different from the life of the secret one, and your heart will sing triumphant songs of being at home everywhere. So feel that sense of expansion as you breathe in and out. So these texts that I read from are from tantric origin, and a lot of tantric practice is based in the energy body and sound and location points in the body. Just a few more breaths. Lovely. Now just really make a physical and mental note of how the hand feels, because we'll revisit this mudra at the end of class. Lovely. Release the mudra and let's come to the floor. Let the knees bend. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth wide and sigh out. And again. And once more. Lovely. Let's bring the knees up, bring the hands to the knees, and gently circle the knees in opposite directions. Change directions. Lovely. Now let's just move into the movement to release the back of the legs before we start to concentrate on the heart energy. Inhale, sweep the arms over, extend the legs up. Draw the toes towards you, really push the heels away. Exhale, hands back, bend the knees. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. And as you work, especially as we're working on the floor, try to work with the eyes closed. And I want you to rest your awareness at the heart space and be aware of the observer that sits here. The observer that is aware that it has a body, but it's not just the body, because it's the awareness that's observing the body. The observer that is aware of emotions, but it's not just the emotions, because it's able to observe the emotions. And the observer that is aware of the thoughts within the earth suit, the biological vehicle. But because it's aware of the thoughts, we know that it isn't the thoughts. It is the awareness. And another word for awareness is spirit or soul, particle of infinity. Just be aware of that presence at the heart. Good. Now, feet to the floor, keep the knees bent, separate the knees as you inhale, sweep the arms over. Exhale, bring the knees back. Keep going. Lovely, and release. Bring the left hand behind the head. So this movement is somatic. I use it a lot, and it works the core of the body, but it actually also works at releasing the back section of the heart space and the side section. So I want you to focus on the back between the shoulder blades and the side ribs on the left side as we move today. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Left elbow across. Good. If you want something a little bit stronger, then as you inhale, extend the legs straight, let it hover off the floor. Good. Now the next time you exhale, just bring the knee in and bring the right leg over the left. Bring the arms up, and we're going to cross them over. So you're just sort of holding the shoulders, so the elbows are towards the ceiling. And we're going to exhale the knees to the right, and as much as possible, just drop the shoulders and the elbows to the knees to the left. Knees to the left and the elbows to the right. And just hold. If it feels uncomfortable in the hips, then unwrap the legs and do a softer twist that doesn't take the pressure into the hip area. Good, come back to center and open the arms really wide so they come directly out from the heart space, separate the knees. Nice deep breath in. Feel the chest opening, exhale with a sigh. Good, bring the right hand behind the head. Focus on the right ribs and the space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, come across. Straighten the leg if you want something a bit tougher. Good. Next time you exhale, just bring the left knee in. Bring the leg across. So remember, if that's too much for the hip, then you can do a twist with both the feet down. It's just less pressure on the outer hip. Bring the arms up, cross them over, so you're just hugging yourself. Knees to the right, elbows towards the left. So it's not the most comfortable twist, but just move into it as best as you can. Good, come back to center, unwrap the legs, open the arms wide, take a deep breath in. Good, now we're going to bring the left hand to the heart space. Again, we're going to do another movement that is a somatic movement, but we're just going to do it slightly differently. So concentrate on the whole of the back of the body. Take a deep breath in. Focus on the left hand as well. Good. Now as you exhale, I want you to slide the left hand across the chest towards the right arm and just let the left hip lift. So you're bringing the hands together. Inhale, let it come back to the heart space. Exhale, slide it across again. So you keep the hand on the body. The left hand is coming back to the heart space, and as you exhale, you slide it across the chest, touch the inner edge of the arm until you reach the right hand, and just let the rest of the body travel with it so that the knees will roll. Inhale. Maybe take the knees the feet a little bit wider so you get a greater movement on the leg. And you might find you can reach beyond the fingertips of the right hand, and do so if you can. So our arms are just an expression of the heart space. Make sure you keep a connection with the palm of the left hand to the body as you slide towards the right hand. And just keep working with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. Coming in and out of that movement. Notice how you feel it coming right down into the left frontal hip bone, around the left lower back and the left shoulder blade. Feel the movement squeezing through the visceral organs. Good, let's have one more. Good, left arm out, right palm on the heart space. Take your feet a little bit wider. Nice deep breath in at the chest. Good, as you exhale, slide the right arm along the left arm. Let the whole body move with you. So we're shifting through the fascia sheath diagonally. Inhale. Exhale, so we're just going to the left. Notice if the body wants to sigh the breath out. Just respond to what the body needs. Back to centre. Bring both hands up now so the fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. Breathe in, reach up as high as you can so you get most of the shoulder blades off the floor. And you're pressing into the back of the head. And as you exhale, press the elbows into the floor, lift the heart space and drag the head towards the tailbone a little bit. Inhale, it slides back, shoulder blades to the floor, lift up. Exhale, press down, lift the heart space, let the head slide towards the tailbone. Keep going. Good, bring the hands now to the knees, take a breath in, separate the knees nice and wide, and as you exhale, lift into coil. Inhale, lower, sweep the arms over, take them quite wide. Exhale, push up into bridge. Inhale to lower. Exhale back into coil, nice wide legs. Good, one more round. Good, let's keep the hands on the shins. Relax the head, rock from side to side. Massage the whole of the back of the body. Good, now stay with this if you've got any problems or sensitivity in the spine. Just continue to go from side to side, otherwise cross the ankles, grab behind the knees and roll along the length of the spine. Pay attention to the area near the shoulder blades. If it's quite tight there, then don't straighten the legs. Just roll up onto the shoulder blades so the feet face the ceiling. It's working into that heart space. Notice any tension or tenderness in the neck. So we talk about the chakras as being separate, but actually they're not. They're all interconnected. And particularly the heart and the throat are beginning to merge. So there's an upper heart center between the breastbone and the throat line. Lovely, and come all the way up. So we're going to start with the legs wide. So I'm going to use some twists in order to activate this area. So we'll start with breathe in. We'll keep the twist reasonably low. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, I want you to do the eyes closed, and I want you to work with the palms down to start with. And pay attention to how it feels. Good, now try with the palms up as you come back to the inhale. So it has a lift at the heart space when you turn the palms up. Now we're going to add in a mudra. So I just want you to bring your thumb and index finger together. So this mudra is, when it's placed up, it's called chin mudra. So it's an opening to consciousness. When it's placed down, it's called jhana. So it's the wisdom mudra when it's down. And that's when we move inwards to the inner landscape. Okay, so we're going to do both. So this is the connection upwards, inhale. And then rotate down and connect to the heart. Inhale, that awareness of upwards above the head. Exhale into the heart. Good, now let's take the arms higher up. And this time twist, staying upright, palms come down. Inhale, palms travel up, down. So the twist is different now. Good, come back to center. Keep the hands in the mudra. So we're going to open from the center of the chest. Bend the elbows here if you need to, especially if you've got shoulder damage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So a slight forward fold back bend with the upper spine. Good, let's have one more. And release. Come around into cat. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And we're going to take the hands wider than normal. So normally we'd have them here, underneath the shoulders. I want you to take them wider so there's more capacity to bring the heart space, thoracic area through. So inhaling. Exhaling, really push the shoulder blades to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Good, take one brick. Bring the right hand over the top of the brick so that just the palms on the brick and the fingers are forwards. Left hand down. Walk the knees back a little bit because you need to keep the bottom sticking up, and lower. Try to keep the arm as straight as possible. And that might not be possible for everybody, so you might find that the arm doesn't look like that and it actually looks like that, elbow bent, or it might be further out in order to get some release through the armpit area. So the underarm, I want you to imagine you're breathing directly into it. Lovely, now we're going to open the heart space on the right side. So I want you to walk the knees to the left. So you've got a deeper stretch through the intercostal muscles. So make sure that you've just got the forearm on the floor. And really take the bottom as far over to the left as you can, so you get a really good stretch. We do this in down dog sometimes as well. Good, come back to center, release the arm, left hand forwards, right hand down, so the palm is down. We're not doing that rotation movement yet. We will be doing it, but not yet. So we're opening this part of the body here, and through the ribs. So find that point that feels comfortable for you to hold for the shoulder. Elbow can be bent if necessary. And then walk the knees to the right so that you get this lovely big curve through the side of the body. Good, back to centre. Come back up. Now we're going to go into the twist, but we're going to do it statically. So slide the left arm under and bring it as far under as you can. Bring the right hand up, place it into the sacrum, and push the left upper arm into the floor so that movement down creates more rotation. Good, now if you've got no shoulder problems, you want to take it further into the side section, the right rib area. Extend the right arm all the way up and all the way over. So you're going above the head and walk the fingers as far away as possible. Good, bring the right hand back down to the side of the face, push yourself back to centre. And then let's go the other way. Right arm underneath this time. Draw it as far away from you as you can. Left hand starts in the sacrum, maybe it stays there. And then if you want to go deeper, you extend the left arm, take it all the way over the top of the head, walk the fingers as far away as possible. Good, bring the hand back, push back to centre. Now bring the hands into the corner of the mat, make sure the knees are away from the hips so you get a nice movement in the spine. Exhale, lower the heart space. And hold. Good, come back up. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Keeping the knees bent, exhale into down dog. So keeping the tummy towards the thighs, feet a little bit wider than normal, head relaxed. Move the bottom from side to side so you get that side motion into Anahata region. Good, now walk the hands and the feet towards each other. Soften the knees. Inhale, come all the way up, sweep the arms up with you. Exhale down through the midline. Oops. Okay, so we're going to take the feet a little bit wider. I'm going to soften the knee as we turn, so just working with Kati Chakrasana for the whole of the spinal column. And then once you feel fully warmed, let that back arm go further out so it moves further into the pectoral area as you take that backwards motion. And then consciously place the hand that you're not extending to the heart space as you turn. Good, back to center, hands to the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. So again now, refocusing on the side ribs. Good, back to center. So I want you to use your mats the same way that mine is. So turn them to face lengthways. So we're going to use the earth sequence, which is, it's a heart-based practice. Hands to the heart space. Diamond mudra. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale. Interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, push them down. Good, all the way up, keep them interlaced. Take it into that slight back bend so you really use the arms to go back. Exhale. Step nice and wide. Toes out, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn to the right, bend the front knee, back heel off the floor. Inhale, hands to the throat. Exhale, push the palms forwards. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, turn to center. Good, the other way. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up. Turn. Toes rolling in. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up. Step back. Inhale. Exhale. Good, hands rest at the heart space. Close the eyes for a moment. Be aware of that line. Point of light above the head comes straight down, touches the heart space, and all the way down through the physical body into the earth body, and then there's another point of light. Just feel yourself aligning. So imagine it, and then notice whether you feel aligned. Good, Diamond Mudra again. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up, nice big stretch. Good, stepping out, roll the toes out first. This is the squat movement. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Turn to the left first this time. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up. Good. Other way. Forward fold. Back up again. Step back. Lovely. So we're going to do another round. We're going to use the breath mantra. So the breath mantra is interesting. So some schools say it's Soham, other schools say it's Hamsa, and other ones say it changes. Okay, so sometimes you'll hear the inhale as a So, and the exhale as a Hum. And then sometimes in the practice it will just switch automatically, and it will be Hum, So. So whichever you fancy. So I'm going to teach Soham because that's the one I use a lot. The mantra literally means I am that. So the that here. Diamond Mudra, breathing in So. And being aware of the sound Hum as you exhale. And again. So let the mind focus on the mantra of the breath with each inhale, with each exhale. Step wide, ready for the squat. So remember, a squat can just be a dip, or it can be a deep dive. Turn. Inhaling So. Exhaling Hum. Bring the hands to the light at the heart space, the Soham, the I am that. One more half round, breathing in. Left first. Hands to the heart space. Lovely, let's come down to sitting. So comfortable sitting position, because we're going to be here for at least 5 minutes. So we're going to do a meditation using mudras, guiding us to the heart space. So bring the hands into Chin Mudra. So the thumb is just touching the tip of the index finger. So this is the open access to consciousness. Take a moment to be aware of the top of the head. Check that the spine is properly aligned. So however you're sitting, you've got the point of light above the head in line with the heart space, in line with the one below you in the earth, and then all the chakras line up on that line. Shoulders relax, make sure the head isn't tipping up or down too far. So this is the external awareness with this mudra of connecting to all that is, and we're part of that. And I want you to now turn the hands down. So this takes us to an inner journey. So be aware of the breath. Also, when we touch the tip of the finger to the tip of the thumb in this way, it helps to close and calm, well, not close, to calm the frontal part of the brain, so the prefrontal cortex. So just become aware of the front part of the forehead, and be aware of the breath calming that area of the brain. If you like, you can imagine it's a beautiful wave, slowly stilling. If you're very sensitive to energy, you might feel tingling in that region of the head. And if you imagine that our body vehicle is like our house, and we're slowly closing the curtains and retreating inwards. So we're going to go deeper and close a few more curtains. So bring the index finger down to the middle section of the thumb. So this is the midbrain. Just be aware of the energy there, calming. Closing a few more curtains, maybe starting to switch off a few lights, settling this body into stillness, ready for a journey into the heart. And then bring the thumb right down to the fleshy part of the index finger down to the fleshy part of the thumb. And now we're dropping back into the brainstem, so the very base, into the vagus nerve area. I want you to imagine that you're in this beautiful house that is your body, but you can imagine it as a house if you wish to. However the house looks, just allow your imagination to run wild. And place this house in the most beautiful landscape. Green, iridescent trees, forest, moss, maybe a beautiful stream running through it. Then bring the index finger and the ring finger to the tip of the thumb. So you're now back in Hidreya Mudra. So the little finger, the water finger, the stream is flowing through this landscape. But the heart space is vibrant, it's green, with this beautiful iridescent light in the center of the house. Just let your imagination express itself in your own visualization. So we've activated the air element by bringing the index finger to the fleshy part of the thumb. I'm joining it with the fire element, which expands the air. We've joined the middle finger, which represents space, so the area above, around, within. Everything that exists within the element of space. And we've also connected deeply to Earth, the Mother Earth, that is our vehicle too. Without Earth, we wouldn't have body, as the body is part of Mother Earth. So feel that expansion into the earth as well. And then let the breath mantra come back into your awareness, whether it's hum so or so hum, or a combination. And be aware of that connection to the divine. So the breath is divine. It's also oxygen, but there is a divine element to the breath. And it's the path of which the goddess travels in and out, from the very root of us, outwards and back in. And that's known as Shakti. So hum so. So as you just allow yourself to be deep within the landscape of the energetic body, in the vehicle of the physical body, in this beautiful landscape, hearing the breath. Enter these turning points where the rhythm of life transform into each other. Breath flows in, filling. And in this moment, drink eternity. So we're drinking in consciousness on the inhale. Breath flows out, emptying, offering itself to infinity. The Shakti energy of the goddess is eternal. Cherishing these moments, mind dissolves into heart. Heart dissolves into space. And the body becomes a vibrating field, pulsating between fullness and emptiness. So be aware of that single point of light above you, above all of us, the same point of light, beyond our energetic field. So not the higher self, but much higher up now, the point at which everything began. Notice when you connect to that, so if you imagine you're taking your awareness back to the beginning of all time, notice that you might get a tingling at the top of the head as you connect into that vastness. The heart of the universe pulses in all hearts. So as you feel that, those words, feel that connection to the vast light above and to the one in the heart. There is one who is life in all forms. There is one who is joyful in simply existing. So the consciousness that is part of everything exists individually as well within us. So life on earth is, although it's challenging at times, it is a privilege to live on this beautiful green-blue planet. There is one who is joyful in simply existing in all bodies, as all bodies. So it exists in everything, not just us, animals, plants, even rocks, crystals, mushrooms, mycelium. It exists in everything. Explore the life that is the life of your present form. So how you're existing now, the name that it has, the occupation it has, the family it has. And one day you will discover it is not different from the life of the secret one. And your heart will sing triumphant songs of being at home everywhere. Let the hands release and see if you can touch the earth. And imagine that the fingertips are dipping into the waters of Mother Earth and they're slowly becoming blue at the ends. So we're just going to create a ball of protection around us. So as you inhale, pull up the waters of the earth, draw the arms up with you, create a big sphere of light around you. So it comes to this point above the head, and where the center of the palms meet is the Dwadishanta. So this is the extent at which your energy body projects from the physical body in the center of the palm. And then take your attention to above you into the sun and imagine pulling down as you inhale a beautiful liquid golden light. And let that come over the blue, and as it completely covers the blue, it starts to harden to create a protective shield. And then I want you to imagine that you're going to create a mirror, a bit like a disco ball, all the way around the gold and the blue. So you can use the hands if that helps you visualize it. You can bring them back up and then bring them back down. I like to imagine that my mirrors are like flower petals, but they're all interconnected, and it just sort of covers this entire ball. And then you've created an energy field. So this is a modern version of a tantric practice where you allow yourself to process your own stuff rather than being confused about feelings that we can experience from other people when we move into other people's energy field. So bring the hands to the heart space. Be aware of that lovely ball. Be your disco ball today. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way out. And as you exhale, bring the hands back into that point at the heart space. And namaste.